Good morning and welcome back to the New Forest. It's the end of October, so this must be the autumn update of the New Forest video diary. Well, the commoners have been getting in their ponies in the drifts. It's a time of the Deer Rut. It's been a great year for fungi, and the oak trees have produced humongous quantities of acorns this year. Oh, and the scarecrows came back to Lyndhurst. And there's more. So let's get going. After a very dry few months, the rain that began at the end of August carried on in early September. It didn't last long though, and the sun came out again. The autumn colours were starting to appear in the forest. In the autumn, the commoners who own the stock running out on the forest round up their ponies. A series of roundups, or drifts as they're called, are organised to check on the health and well-being of all the ponies. Over 30 drifts happen in the forest each year, with a small area covered at a time. These video clips have been kindly shared by commoner Sally Jolly. This isn't an easy task as New Forest ponies are clever and it's not possible to get each one in. The main aim is to gather the mares with foals. In this clip we can see that several donkeys were caught up in the drift. After a short while, as if the donkeys realised that they weren't supposed to be there, they all ran back the other way. Each pony is checked, wormed, and has its tail clipped to show that they've been checked. Foals are either branded and turned back out, or taken off from their mother to be weaned. Here we can see two ponies after their local drift. One's had its tail clipped and went through, and the other one escaped. This is the rutting season for the red deer, the seeker deer and the fallow deer. These pictures of the red deer, shared by Annette Gregory, beautifully capture the rutting progress, with the dominant stag guarding his harem against the other stags who fancy their chances of stealing his hinds. If you saw the last video diary, you might remember that we were in the middle of a drought, but we still had a small stream flowing in the forest. Was it a water leak, or was it a new spring? Well, it turned out to be a water leak, and after about 5 months, it was mended. We've still got a hosepipe ban though. By mid-June this year, it was clear that we'd see an abundance of acorns this autumn, with so many baby acorn cups developing on most of the mature oaks. The ponies and the donkeys are quick to eat the acorns, but eating too many of them can cause problems for the animals. This year, there are huge numbers of acorns falling from the oak trees. When this happens, it's called a mast year. Fortunately, acorns don't make the pigs ill, and so the pigs are let out onto the forest in the autumn to eat many of the acorns, to prevent the other animals from eating too many. The pigs were let out this year on September the 21st, and they're staying out until the new year because of the glut of acorns. About 600 pigs of all sizes were let out this year. This is called the pannage, and is a New Forest tradition that goes all the way back to the time of William the Conqueror, almost 1,000 years. Here we can see that the ponies are tucking into the acorns before the pigs arrive. And when it all gets too much, it's time for a nap. This squirrel, shared by Annette Gregory, was very pleased that it was a mast year, as it stocked up its store for the winter. Autumn arrived right on cue on the 21st of September. The weather turned noticeably cooler. This has been an outstanding autumn for woodland fungi. The New Forest has about 2,700 known species, some very rare. The 4th of October this year was UK Fungus Day. This is not to be confused with National Mushroom Day in the US, which is on the 15th of October. Well, don't be too disappointed if you missed it. UK Fungus Day 2026 is on the 10th of October, so put a reminder in your calendar now. There's sure to be some photographic competitions for those of you who capture wonderful images of fungi in the forest. Images like these, which have been kindly shared by Steve Laycock. The last two fungi are, as the name suggests, poisonous. They both contain the same toxins, which can kill you if you eat them. The death cap is the most poisonous fungi in the world. Both of these grow in the New Forest. On October the 3rd, we had Storm Amy, the first named storm of the winter. The New Forest escaped the worst of it, but it still reminded us that winter isn't far away. After that, we had more dry weather with plenty of sunshine until the last 2 weeks of the month, when we had more rain and wind. In October, Lyndhurst held its annual Scarecrow Festival to raise money for the local school. This has become a very popular family event and raised over £3,000 for the school. There were over 80 scarecrows this year. Here's a small selection. This one was my favourite, but it wasn't the overall winner. This was judged to be the winning entry, Wallace and Gromit. The attention to detail was exceptional. The very popular New Forest Walking Festival was held from mid-October and into November. Whether you're interested in wildlife or history, traditional routes connecting the forest's largest villages, or family-friendly and accessible tracks, the New Forest Walking Festival has something just for you. Most of the guided walks were sold out. The big news over the past couple of months was the announcement that Forestry England will start charging people to park their vehicles in the New Forest car parks. If you're local, you'll be well aware of this. It'll be interesting to see how this develops, and particularly how Forestry England will stop people parking on the forest verges to avoid paying in the car parks. By the end of October, the forest really began to show its autumn colours. I hope you found this latest New Forest video diary update interesting. If you have, please give us a like on YouTube and consider subscribing to our YouTube channel to see more videos about living in the New Forest. At the end of this video, you'll see links to 2 other New Forest videos. As always, thanks very much for watching.